spoiler season have started, so I made a small video series here going over all of the cards. Before we begin, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe button for me, guys, and go ahead and check the description for that survey. All right, here we have the Nahal, or the Neil, or Gamma. I love the artwork. It looks really good. Look at that unicorn gun. It looks so crispy. Choose one enemy unit with 3 or less HP. Yeah, so this becomes kind of like a command card. It does deploy it, does the one thing, and that's pretty much it. I like this card, especially in decks that are kind of like playing more control-y, kind of control the board. Slowly, after testing a lot, this card became a 4 of in my blue builds. And also, this also helps you stay alive too, you know, with the burst effect, being able to suspend a guy. So this is going to also help you stay alive even more and it being the base. So it's like an aggressive stay alive card. So I like this, like a 4-star for me. This card's artwork is awesome. The path to victory or defeat. As main effect, it is a command card. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck, guys. You may reveal one Operation Meteor or, yes, the G team unit or pilot card, and among them, and put it to your hand. So only those unit and pilot cards. Return the remaining cards randomly to the bottom of your deck. Now in this particular game, you're looking at the top cards, so when you look, you don't have to reveal it to your opponent, and then you put the cards at the bottom randomly. I wish the level wasn't like level 5. With the Operation Media boards, you're probably gonna find yourself playing multiple, and they only link to their specific unit, so it can get a little janky there. But this helps filter that out, being able to look for the hero, being able to look for the duo. This card is PTSD inducing. Zono. During your turn, while this unit is battling an enemy unit that is level 2 or lower, it gains first strike. Yeah, any early boys, yeah, fighting against strike daggers, we're just gonna kill those. Yeah, you take me to strike dagger, kill my base, cool. I'm gonna swing into you, kill your guy, not lose my dude. Right, and then you're gonna what, attack me again with your other strike dagger and then die to this? Yeah. Zaf even has a link. Man, early cards with a link is kind of crazy, especially with a good ability like this. Keep Zono in your back pocket, guys. This card is insane. Yes, it could only be really used in a very specific type of deck, but this card is insane. We have to strike Rouge. Activate during your main step once per turn. Pay 1. Choose one of your rested white units with blocker. Yes, it has to be white, and it has to have blocker, and you can set it to active. So this is actually a white base on a unit. One of the other key features I do like about this card is that it's triple ship alliance, and it works perfectly well with your Astray units. So it turns them online so much faster than waiting until your perfect strike Gundam comes down. Strike Rouge is really good. So you're essentially just attacking with this one, attacking with your blocker, and then restand your blocker, so your blocker can keep the Strike Rouge protected. I do like this playing with the Leaf Riff. I don't know if that's even how you pronounce the name. So you play her down, essentially attack with her, play the Strike Rouge, and restand the Leaf Riff, and then that's like an insane good turn there. And this being 3/2 stats is really good. I want to give this card like a 4.5, but I have to keep it at a 4 because it has to be it can only be usable with cards that are white and with blockers. So it can't even be used with like blue blockers or anything like that. So there's a limitation there where white base could be used with any type of blocker. Here we have the Corsica Base. Yes, more Oz cards. I need more Oz cards. When they announced my boy Trey's Kush Renata, my goodness, I'm playing Oz. I think that's gonna be one of the first decks I play. Hopefully it's gonna be decent enough, but I'm probably gonna focus hard on playing a Oz deck. I don't know, for some reason I just want to play some hard. So this card says deploy. Then if it's your turn, deploy a Tallgeese. That is a 4/2 Oz unit. And if it's your turn again, if the Corsica Base is already in your trash, deploy 2 Leos that are Oz instead. So 1/1 Leos. I actually like how that works because in the beginning of the game you get a bigger attacker, you kind of take care of some problems, and when the Corsica Base is already destroyed in your graveyard, you can play another one. Being able to play 2 1/1 units is pretty good. I've definitely seen the like 4 Leos on board before. It can get kind of crazy, and then trying to block all those guys. Yeah, so this is pretty good. I like this card a lot. This is kind of the more expensive bases here, but getting a 4/2 out of it, just think of it that way. You're getting a 4/2, and then sometimes you're getting a 1/1, but it doesn't work out of burst, base out of it, so it's not completely useless there. I do like this card a lot. I would say this is like a 3. And here are those tokens that they were talking about. Here's the Tallgeese. That Tallgeese art is looking good. Yo, this is a token. These token art are full arts, looking so good. And this is what I'm talking about when they put the name at the bottom, guys. I think they should do this for a lot of the normal cards here. When they have no effects, just take the name, remove the box, and put it to the bottom. Hopefully they'll start doing that with a lot more of the effectless cards. Yes, Salem Moss. This card is insane. Yes, it only works specifically with blue decks, but while this unit is blue, it gains repair 1. Now, you can just go ahead and just think about the link potential with her. Think about all of the other cards you can put this with. Cards that really shouldn't have repair, having repair. There are a lot of blue blockers now. Just being able to have repair on blockers is pretty crazy. She's Earth Federation white base and a new type. When new type Gundams come out in the future, she's automatically going to be for that. Earth Federation being able to work with things like the Delta and the Jagan, really good. Work white base being able to work with gun cannon. I definitely need to pick up 4 of these. This card is insane. I'm gonna say this card's a 5, but since it has to have those limitations, a lot of cards have limitations, right? But I think this card is gonna be a 4-star, a hard 4-star. If you're playing blue, Earth Fedi, white base cards, new type, repair, she's there. And here's one of those cards I was talking about that should not have repair. We have the Biryland. This card, when introduced in the show, was murking bad guys. This card is crazy. So while 4 or more units are in play, enemy units, by the way, this unit gains blocker. That's not hard to get, especially when you want to have it. When your opponent's kind of flooding the board, they have to be very cautious of like when they play things. Now they can't just like, or especially when they're playing Zeons and they always like make extra units out of nowhere. The blocker is going to turn on. Having a 3/4 blocker at a cost of 2 is pretty decent. That block has turned on multiple times. Otherwise, if it doesn't have that, it's just a 3/4 for 2. It's essentially a Catastra. But even still, putting Salem Moss underneath is making a 4/5 with repair 1 is pretty strong as well. Yeah, here we have the Buku. He's so Buku. We have a Zoid in the Gundam world. So active main, support 2. Pretty much it. So another supporter 2, really strong, but a turn after is a 2/3. So, and it's a Zaf. So here's the way that Zaf gets its plus damage, and getting +2 is going to pretty much put almost every unit to that 5 threshold, especially if they're rocking the 3/1s there. So this is going to be a staple in the Zaf deck. So I'm going to say it's a 3 because that's where it really lives. Obviously, you can put this with any deck that has red. But if you were to do that, I would probably play just the other support 2 instead, the Neo Zeon version, if you just needed that support. Now here we have some Sword Strike. We have the Earth Alliance card, some Kira actually dealing some damage here. So this is the beater version. We have the Perfect Strike, who's kind of like a good all-rounder card. This card is about dealing damage and removing. This card can really turn some tempo around. I've tested this card, and this card is actually pretty freaking strong. I'm gonna put the 4 stars for this one. Now here's the thing, it does have to have that link, but at the same time it's an Earth Alliance. It doesn't have to have Kira. It says Earth Alliance. Attack when it attacks, choose one enemy with 2 or less HP and return it to your hand. Now as you know, in this game, guys, it doesn't have 2 or less base HP. It's 2 or less HP in general. So if you're able to get something low, or maybe they attack into one of your guys and now their unit only has 2 life left, you can essentially 2 for 1 with this guy on every swing, which is pretty good. So putting Kira on this one just becomes completely absurd, because you can attack into one guy, stay alive, and then just bounce something else. I've had many successes with this card. Generally I would give something like that like a 3 or 3.5 because it requires the link. Since it is Earth Alliance, you have many more targets to put on. I think right now we technically only have 2, so you're going to be rocking 8 pilots in your deck. But obviously when more Earth Alliance pilots comes out, this card gets stronger. Alright, and here we have Noin's Aries. Looking pretty cool here. So it says destroyed. If you have another Oz unit in play, draw a card. Now this is one of the better draw a card. Not when destroyed while paired, while you have another linked unit in play, does this. Yeah, it's not a 3/1 on, you know, for 2 costs on turn 2. It is a 3, double 3, cost 3. So it is a little bit meatier. But it also has our link to our Lucretia. Now she hasn't been announced yet, but that makes me very happy. Lucretia annoying. This is also a rare card, so this is I'm definitely this is probably automatically a staple. I can see this probably being like a 4-star staple in any kind of Oz deck that I am certainly 100% going to be dunking on you kids with. So yeah, I'm gonna be playing Oz. Give us some better Aries kits. I think there's some Aries. Aries is a cool looking kit, guys. Like, this is a cool concept, but they just made it like the worst suit. Even I feel like this is even worse than Leo's. At least Leo's have like some kind of like cool thing that they did. This Aries is just no bueno in the series. They're just so bad. Yeah, but yeah, just pretty much when it dies, you have to have another unit in play though in order for it to get it. So you obviously play 2 Noins. There you go. At 3 costs, at only having 2 attack though, that's not good. So hopefully Annoying will be more of a should be fairly cheap. We wouldn't be able to play her on the same turn, not on level, at least on 3, but maybe on 4. Maybe Annoying will cost 1, be level 4. We'll just have to see about that. Art, not a new card, but I just want to bring this card to your attention. This is an alternate art, or just the regular art, and the one from the beta is going to be the alt art. Not really sure what happened with the artist, if this is just something they just did to make the beta a little bit more valuable, or something actually happened with the art coming out. So guys, let me know in the comments down below. But we already went through this one. This is one of the beta cards here. So here we go with Buster Gundam, a legendary rare. Now this card is pretty freaking good. It is that cool stat of only costing 2 on level 4, and we have ability that says active main support 3, and then during pairing with a coordinated pilot, once per turn, you may, when you use this unit's support ability to increase a ZAF unit, specifically their AP, set this unit as active. So you can be able to provide that +3 as long as you pick the right target, and of course this has to be paired. It can just restand and essentially do it again, but it is once per turn. So you can turn a 1/1 into a 7/1 if you really wanted to. That could be really cool. The Dorka hasn't been released yet, so we have no clue what it does. But 1/4 kind of support stats, but this is not attacker, and at the same time, guys, when you're attacking, all you need to do is just deal 1 damage anyway, so that's fine. Think of plays of having multiple Buster Gundams out in play. They can kind of support each other. As long as they target each other, they can restand. So they can become like 4/4s targeting each other. So that's really cool. I haven't even really looked at this card that much other than now. I think this card is gonna be a 4. Definitely gonna be one of the stronger cards here. +3, kind of crazy. Being able to restand and keep yourself safe is also really good too. I love being able to restand, especially games like this. The Mistro, the Ball 2.0, actually better than the Ball. I think this is probably the best out of all the 1/1 so far. This is probably the best 1/1. It says deploy, choose 1 enemy unit, it gains -1 AP. That's really good. And just like, you can kind of use like a pseudo command card on a body. You just play it, and yeah, just -1, and you kind of just like turn the fight in your favor. Now this is one of those cards where this 1/1 you may not play turn 1. You may actually just hold this in your hand and just use it as a 1/1 body to kind of use later on. If you absolutely need to get body out there, sure, but you're not gonna turn 1 do nothing really. Being able to just deploy it and help your other guys kind of support, kind of like a negative support. Pretty cool. Here we have Zex Leo. It says when paired, choose 1 enemy unit that has 3 or less HP and rest it. Now this card, I immediately thought this is kind of insane because this has the same ability as the Banshee Unicorn, and that is a much stronger unit. This pretty much also has a link too. So and also 3 attack, like 3 attack is 1 damage less. This is really good. It looks like it may be a full art, maybe one of those side-by-side arts, because it looks like there's some blue streaks happening here. But this is actually when the 2 other Leos or Aries, no, these were when the 2 Aries units were destroyed and he came down and attacking the Wing Gundam. This is obviously really cool, and it goes with the Oz trait. Anyone, it says Zex, but it says Oz trait, so this card is really, really strong. I just wanted to rock this out of 4, but we'll see. 3 stars maybe for now. All right, here we have another Leo. This is Duo's Leo now, the one with the missing leg, the space version here. So it's a Space and Earth. We don't have anything to deal with Space and Earth just yet, and it links with Duo. It says this unit may choose an active enemy unit that is level 2 or lower as its attack target. So this is pretty cool. You can be able to attack into, I'm trying to think of it says level 2. So there's a wide array of cards that are pretty usable right now that we're going to be using at level 2. And they're essentially just attacks right into them. Alright, so you can put the duo on this, making it a +1/2, so a 3/4. So a 3/4 being able to attack into things, that becomes really good at that time. Yeah, just be another Operation Meteor card at a lower level is pretty good. This can be more of a defensive card to like kind of stave off while you're trying to go into your higher game. I believe most Operation Meteor decks as of right now are more mid-range to late game kind of deal. This is going to help you like cover that front. It isn't like a blocker, but being able to like just attack into those standing Maganacs and standing daggers and pretty much anyone, maybe the standing Liffer, I can't really say the name right, with the duo on it. Yeah, just being able to just bump heads with them a lot easier may help. Maybe even throw some support in the deck with this guy. Give him +2 to attack, and then being able to attack it to anyone. That's pretty good too. And it doesn't require, I say dual, but it doesn't require any type of specialized pairing or link to do this ability. This is pretty strong. I'm surprised that this is only a common card, but maybe because it is Operation Meteor. I don't know, in green, but I do like how it looks there. There's a Leo in green. All right, guys, that's gonna end it for today's reveal. If you want to see more card reveals, go ahead and check this video right here. For other content, check out these videos over here. I know life can be hard out there, guys, but keep your head up, keep moving forward, and most importantly, let nothing stop you. Peace out, guys.